Welcome back one and all, my name's Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights 2 where we left off last time. We were back in the keep. Unfortunately, did you know that merchants have certain amounts of gold and we can't actually sell anything to any of the people here? Wait a minute, we already did all this stuff. I don't know why it's reset itself back to the thing where things like the keep is in terrible condition, but whatever. We've already done all of those upgrades. Hope it's not a bug. That would be annoying.
Captain, Mayor Ziffer is here. He's brought men with him.
We've started building our homes thanks to you, and some of the young men here wanted to join your grey cloaks. They're good men, and donning the cloak would be a good profession for them.
Captain, not all of these men are up to our standards. If we lower our standards for them, there's no turning back.
Defending the keep and the land is important. Not every man that comes here is up to that, but those of your men that are, I will accept.
I suppose you're right. They are some of our strongest, but the soldiers here do look more than capable. Well, take those that you can use, Captain. I'm sure more men will come when the village grows.
I look forward to training the newest recruits.
Good. You guys go do that. Cool. Uncas, let's go talk to you about what happened. Any thoughts? Tell me about the Shadow Thieves. They're pretty tight-lipped about things. They run crime, or try to. They're not as bad as you might think, at least Axel isn't. He doesn't want to cause too many waves. You can get a lot of gold if you bide your time and are smart about it, and if you're willing to bash in a few skulls. I know that Axel has some distant connection to Om, too. Thoughts on the war? No, just nothing really. Alright, we're going back out and back in again to let the keep go forward again in time. Basically, we're just going to leapfrog it forward until it's ready for the war. Which is a little bit of an unfortunate reality. We just have to keep doing this. I wonder if we can just talk straight to Kana. I know that it sometimes works, sometimes doesn't.
Captain, it's good you have returned. We have been diligent in ensuring that we only accept the best, and we've trained our men exceptionally. Catriona has a request for you.
I am a woman of few words, but I present to you our finest soldiers. We have combed the countryside for those that have the potential to become the very best.
Pokemon?
We have found them. This squad represents the finest the Keep's Grey Cloaks have to offer. I ask you to accept them as the captain's company. Their unit will stand as an example for the rest. They will undertake the most dangerous missions, and be the first into harm's way, and the last out.
Then let them be formed.
What do you want your company's goal to be? Every man will try to uphold it.
Cause terror amongst our enemies, and sow fear among those that serve us.
As you command, so shall the captain's company serve you.
1 point towards evil. We're getting back into the evil ways. Good. There's a point there where we got up a couple goods up there, and that was just unacceptable. Can we just move on? I have terrible news. Captain Mayor Ziffer has left our lands, as well as most of the villagers. Things have been just too dangerous with the growing troubles to the south of the Mere of Dead Men. Perhaps it was unavoidable. Well, that sucks. What's my report? Morale is very high. Peasants are average. Everything seems to be doing okay. We're at 50% readiness, I guess? Or 50% time has passed. So we're going to go back out and back in yet again. I haven't gotten to try out my new sword and dagger yet, and I really want to do that, so we're gonna keep going until we get a combat one. I want to stab things with my sword and dagger combo. I think it'd be fun.
I have a visitor here for you, Captain, with an interesting proposition.
I am the leader of the Raven's allies. We are mercenaries from Westgate. Our contracts have brought us from the Sea of Fallen Stars to here. We'd like to join your Grey Cloaks.
Our soldiers are far more unruly than mercenaries. It could cause problems accepting the Raven's allies. Although the Ravens are hardened warriors, our standards are even higher. We look only for the best, and some of them aren't.
We need the men. Welcome aboard.
It'll be a pleasure working for you, Captain.
I hope this works out for the best.
I can tell you're displeased, but you just send them in cannon fodder. That's what you do with mercenaries. By the way, in wars, you should always send in your mercenaries first. 1, they're the most expensive. 2, they're the most expendable. No offense to any mercenaries out there, it's just the truth of the matter. You don't send your loyal forces in first because you want them to survive the war.
How may I be of...
There you are. There's Connor, my compatriot, and now the captain, eh? It's me, you know, David. My
Oh,
fellows and
yeah.
I have been adventuring for some time. You got my note about Port Last, right? Your Connor was right, you know. Dark deeds happening on the Luskan border. After that, we took to the road and I found an old lady and rescued a cat. We each got an apple.
I guess you have to start somewhere.
I'm certain this old woman was as charmed by your act as we are, no doubt.
Keep to the point, David. Let's not take up any more of the captain's time.
Right you are. Should I ask him about rumors? No, I'm sure the innkeep will have those. Do you know of any jobs for an adventurer?
I still don't think these adventurers are ready to face anything more difficult than a sickly kobold.
Can you really handle any danger?
We learned a great deal in Port Last, and after that, Juin and Candrel bought new armor, and I've mastered more difficult spells. We aren't as powerful as you, but we can take care of ourselves.
Heard anything about the King of Shadows?
The King of Shadows? Why, yes.
Juin, Candrel, we have our quest to find out about the King of Shadows. Pack the saddlebags on the horses. There must be clues around. Adventure awaits!
Sorry, Captain. David can be, well, you know. Blessings to you all.
One of these days, Captain. You know you're going to get them all killed.
Probably. I still haven't gotten anything to fight yet. Come on. Give me like a Shadow Reaver, a dragon, something that I can poke. Otherwise, we're just going to have an entire video of us walking back and forth, doing small keep encounters. Why didn't you say anything? I have the results from the special mission the Grey Cloaks went on. The Grey Cloaks protected the tax collectors as they made their rounds. It is fortunate we sent the escorts. We had to fight bandits. The villagers and farmers reacted as they always do. A lot of complaints and sad stories, but we're done with this for now. The taxes collected have been put in the keep's coffers. Talk with Master Vidal if you want specific figures. Give me the keep report. Alright, things are looking up. We'll go back out and back in again. Hopefully we'll advance past 57%. We really don't have anything else to do at the moment. Unless Master Vidal has something for us. Let's check if he is back to normal. We've already done all this. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we've... Yeah, okay, we're good. It's all back to normal now. Okay, that's awesome. Back to the keep. At least our Grey Cloaks are looking pretty good. They're all well armored and they have good swords, hopefully. Maybe they'll last a couple seconds against the Shadow Reaver. Whoa. Harcourt, what are you doing in the corner there? You are broken, I see. There is trouble brewing along our southern border. Let me know if you want to organize the men to deal with it. Okay, what's this about the things? What special mission is available? To our south is the Mayor of the Dead Men. As you undoubtedly are aware, it's becoming an increasingly dangerous place. This growing threat is making everybody uneasy, and I'm certain that undead are being sent to scud our defenses. If we don't do something, people will start to lose hope. But they aren't directly threatening us. But if they sap our will to defend our lands, then they have already won. It may be difficult to find them, but if we eliminate their scouts, it will make our people feel more secure. Do it. And we go back out and back in yet again. Hopefully something will have happened that we can act upon. Please give me something to do. You remember the adventurers you sent to look for the King of Shadows? They seem to have found something. It's all in this letter they sent. Those fools must be tougher, or luckier than I imagined. And now we go back out and back in again, but we should probably read the thing that we picked up. To the Captain of Crossroad Keep, I am pleased to report our findings from the quest you sent us on. To gather information about the King of Shadows, we ventured south into the Mirror of Dead Men. Our goal was to head straight to the Vale of Mer where we supposed we might find many answers about this shadowy King of Shadows. The journey to the Mirror was chock full of good times, pleasant weather on the road, and accommodating barmaids at most of the inns we came across. Why, Zwen even bought a pet ferret at a bargain price from a one-eyed merchant. She named the ferret Pogo, but more on that later. Unfortunately, before we got far into the Mirror, we were chased away by some crazed druids. After eluding them, we decided to camp for the night. We all felt as tired as the Walking Dead by that point, but still I insisted that Maxwell take the first watch. Not long into the night, Maxwell's screams woke us. He was running around the camp with an undead Pogo clamped on his left boot. Through tears of regret, Zwen uttered a cantrip that sent Pogo skittering off into the underbrush, deeper into the Mirror than we dared venture. We all talked about what happened as we hastened north from the Mirror. Zwen said that she believes proximity to the Vale of Mer turned poor Pogo into a member of the Walking or Skittering Dead. We agreed that if we had not been disturbed from our slumber, we might have all suffered the same fate. I strongly urge you to tell your people to avoid proximity to the Vale of Mer Boldly yours, Darren and Company. P.S. Should you encounter an undead ferret, please put the poor thing out of its misery. That poor ferret. That poor little thing. Turned into a corpse ferret. I wonder what our percentage is at now. Hopefully 60-ish? 70? Hey, Harcourt made it out of the corner.
They're back.
It's me, Captain. You got the letter about the King of Shadows, right? Brother Maxwell and I have had some
love
fine
them.
adventures since then. We're hoping you have another quest for us.
Don't forget Huan and Condril.
When?
Of course. And them too. So, do you have any jobs for us?
Choose your words carefully, Captain. With this lot, a misplaced word could send them to the 9 hells.
Can you honestly handle adventures now?
We're not as able as you and your companions, Knight Captain, but after all the quests we've done in your service, we can handle adventure.
Of course we can, Brother Maxwell. We can handle, I don't know, dragons, demons, or whatever and whatnot you need dealt with.
The King of Shadows was once a guardian of the Ilfarn Empire. We need...
Ilfarn Empire, you say? Guardian to boot? We have a new quest.
You really should let the captain finish.
Candrel, Juan, prepare the horses. We ride immediately.
Don't you think we should ask?
We've tarried here enough, Brother Maxwell.
Yes, Darid. Sorry again about this.
Hopefully, they'll stay out of too much trouble.
I like them. I think they're hilarious. Alright, do you have anything to talk about, Kana? I have the results from the special mission the Grey Cloaks went on. The Grey Cloaks searched all along the southern border with the Mirror to find the undead scouts. The sergeants trained the men well and were able to track them down. Mostly it was zombies and skeletons being led by a necromancer. It was a small patrol. It appears the necromancer was spying on us and adding to his retinue from old graveyards. We defeated them with only a few injuries. It may seem like a minor victory, but people seem more confident and secure now. Any other special things? No, okay. We should have checked the percentage. Oh well, we'll check next time we go in. I'm hoping something cool will happen. Nope. I have news for Lord Nasher. A war levy is being collected from all farmers and merchants. Half of this tax will go to Lord Nasher, the other half to the local lord or knight. It's your discretion how high the levy is, although Lord Nasher expects a certain amount of gold from each landed knight. How much do you want the levy to be? Just pay the 6 grand. That is extremely generous of you. Damn it, we got good alignment for that. I just didn't want to be an asshole, which I guess is technically good. I'll send the coin to Lord Nasher. I I want you to tell me the status of the keep. Okay, how about just give me a report? We're at 67%. Excellent. Things are looking pretty good. We'll do a couple more, one or two more. We're going to end the video around 20 minutes for this one. It is Thursday night. And I have work tomorrow, unfortunately. Greycloak report for us. Each member of the Greycloaks is a competent soldier now. They aren't squires and certainly not knights, but they're as trained as we can get them. Okay. Is there any special things? Or... I guess that was 3% worth, was that little report. Thank you. I wish I didn't have to walk in and out of the keep every time I needed an update. But it technically counts as time passing, which is what we're waiting for. I have another note from a package from Darren. Somehow, they've uncovered information about the Guardian. They have proven capable enough, and even useful. If they come again, I'll make sure to grab you. Let's take a look at the note. To the Knight Captain of Crossroad Keep. I am absolutely thrilled to report our latest findings. After our last trip into the Mirror of Dead Men, we were not eager to return. Maxwell had a brilliant suggestion for once. He said that when you lose something, such as your lucky stockings, more on that later, the best way to find it is to not look for it, and eventually it will come to you. So, to execute Maxwell's stratagem, we set off to Port Last in order to not find information about the Guardian. In Port Last, we encountered a strange pair of scullers who told us of the Wendersnaven, a race of omniscient beings who, as near as we could tell, either live in floating trees in Neverwinter Wood, or float on living trees in Neverwinter River. We set out to find these beings, figuring that if they were truly omniscient, they would know all about the Guardian. Unfortunately, we ended up getting lost. Following the directions of the scullers from Port Last, we ended up in the mountains where we encountered a rather surly spirit of a dead dragon who offered us some treasure if we would help him. We took his treasure, fully intending to help, but suddenly we were chased away by a black dragon. While fleeing for our lives, my lucky stockings fell from my pack and became caught on a massive claw. The dragon. What? And became caught on a massive claw, the dragon. Claw of the dragon, maybe? After we escaped, I must admit I forgot all about learning about the Guardian and was obsessed with reclaiming my lucky stockings from the Black Dragon. We trailed after the dragon, which led us to some ruins that Wen told me was once an Ilfarn temple. Suddenly, remembering our mission, I said a silent goodbye to my lucky stockings and set us to exploring the ruins. After an exhausting search, we uncovered a tidbit of information about the Guardian that I hope will be valuable to you. The Guardian was a vegetarian. With this new knowledge, I was able to theorize, and the others agreed that if one were to face the King of Shadows, he would not actually devour you as the old wives' tales would have you believe. Now that you're armed with this information, you may plan your strategy accordingly for when you at last face the King of Shadows. Along with this letter, I have sent a package containing a trinket that I have been carrying around since the beginning of my adventuring days. I figure you would need it more than I in the dark days to come. And all my ring fingers are now full from all the treasure we have found on our journeys. It gives us -1 wisdom, but +1 intelligence, and gives you 15 negative energy resistance. That's actually kind of cool. It's just positive thinking. You're smart, but you're just not wise. It's all about mind over matter. Okay, this is gonna be the last in and out for us, and then we're gonna call it a video. We never got to stab anything. I'm kind of annoyed by this lack of stabbing goodness that we had. It was a bit of a bummer. What do you got now? Grey cloaks. We already did that. Can you just give me a report? We're at 75%. Alright, we're gonna do one more then because we didn't actually get to do anything that time. I really just wanted to fight. Was that too much to ask? I guess it was, but I don't know why. I'm so sad about this turn of events. Also, we didn't gain a level. Grey cloaks. 77%. So another nothing, but 2% up again. We also have boatloads of money in the keep that we could take, but we don't need it for anything. We are supremely rich. Okay, this is going to be the actual last one. Hopefully something interesting will happen.
The war gets closer to home every day. Some local lords are conscripting farmers to serve in the war.
That is exactly the reason why the Greycloaks were formed. Reliance on an untrained militia was part of the reason the Luskins overwhelmed us with ease.
The King of Shadows has amassed a great army. I think the lords believe that they need every available hand to counter this threat. The Greycloaks and Knights may not be enough alone.
Untrained farmers are generally used as shock troops. Casualties are high, and their effectiveness debatable.
Do you wish to conscript troops from the farmers?
No, not really. Actually, you know what? We need everyone we can. Grab them by force if necessary.
By force? It will be as you command. We may not need to conscript too many. There are plenty of recruits on your land that you've turned away from the Greycloaks. We will start training them as best as we're able. If the war comes to us, I'll make them as ready as I can.
Good enough. That works for me. Alright, that's going to be the end of our video. We are probably about 80% now. In the next video, we'll continue on pushing towards that whole 100% that we're waiting for, and then we'll hopefully do the attack stage of the game. So, like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Take care, and have yourselves a great evening. I will be back on either Friday or Sunday, depending. Have a good one.